guys, we have an urgent information coming out. 21 states plus DC to sue the US Commander-in-Chief Administration over changes to SNAP benefits for migrants. Hold on. So it seems like Donald fixed the whole thing. The problem here is that it seems like possibly illegal are not getting their stuff. What are your thoughts on this? Leave comments down below. 21 states to sue the Donald administration over changes to immigrant SNAP eligibility. Now, these are all blue states, by the way. It seems like it's all blue states. The blue attorney general in states like California and New York argue that the new guidance illegally blocks legal permanent residents from receiving food stamps. It says here, but I thought these people weren't receiving SNAP benefits. All right, so we're going to see what's going on here, guys. And look, I believe the only one that should be getting the assistance are those that American citizens, of course, those who are struggling, those who are, when it comes to, health issue or many other personal issue, veterans. But when it comes to millions that came into our sleeping giant illegally, I mean, that's a whole different ballgame. They should not be getting that benefits. Let their country send money to us so we could take care of their people. But yeah, we're seeing something here, guys. The 21 states, they're not happy. They're not pleased. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. We're going to go with Newsweek. They're putting out this information. There's a very important update on this one here. So you have the left, the blue attorney general from 21 states and the District of Columbia, D.C., sued the Donald administration on Wednesday to stop the federal gov from cutting off SNAP food benefits for certain lawful including refugees and people granted asylum. The states say that the administration, including Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins, is attempting to impose restrictions never approved by Congress and is putting vulnerable families at risk. It's wild that we are here the day before Thanksgiving. Oregon Attorney General Dan, who filed the suit, said in a press release, "We are the wealthiest country in the world, and no one should go hungry." Yeah, tell that to the veterans that only get $10 a month, that only get $16 a month. My pops, who was he had really bad health problems, and he served, for the city of Passaic, New Jersey. He basically, very, very, he was well known and Republican, and he went blind at the age of 65, had prostate cancer and everything. My dad passed away in 2020, but he did receive some benefits, and the only thing he was getting was $12 a month. 12 a month. 12 a month. I know veterans that is only getting 16 a month. You talk about being the wealthiest country in the world. Why you don't take care of the veterans first? They put this country in their back. On their back, making sure that you and others sleep well at night. Unbelievable. These, again, if I was debating against these people running for president, oh my goodness, woo. So, once again, it says here we're the wealthiest country in the world, and no one should go hungry. Yeah, so I guess feeding the millions that came here, they come first, right? It shouldn't be like that. When this memo came out, we thought it must be a mistake. The law is clear, and this is not how you treat people. This is not how you treat veterans. Dude, turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. All right. The USDA declines to comment when reached by Newsweek, deferring to the Department of Justice, which has yet to comment. All right, so it's really sad. It is. It's really sad because to them, their new citizens is the millions that came into our sleeping giant. But if you go to California, you see people sleeping in tents and sidewalk. Ask them if they get SNAP. They don't. Most of them, if they do, they only get like $10 a month. That's not even enough to get a bag of Dorito. The challenge is the latest in a series of disputes between state and the federal gov over the administration handling of SNAP. Earlier this year, the administration sought to pause the program during the gov shutdown, prompting concern from anti-hunger advocates and state agencies that depend on federal funding to distribute monthly food allowances. I don't know, guys. What are your thoughts on this? Leave comments down below. I mean, like I said, for me, the first thing that needs to come is, the single parents that have multiple young ones, citizens. Because, again, we all pay taxes, and this is our sleeping giant country. All right? If others come here with their young ones, their land, their leader, they need to pay up their child support payments and say, hey, U.S., here's the money. You take care of my people. They went to your land. Why is it that we have to help the world? We can't even help ourselves. It's coming to a point that, paycheck to paycheck is impossible. We need 4 jobs now. The lawsuit filed in federal courts in Oregon challenges guidance the Sleeping Giant Department of Agriculture issued to state on October 31st, outlining how to implement provisions of the recent tax and spending law. State officials contend the USDA's instructions misrepresent what the law actually changed and go far beyond what Congress authorized. According to the complaint, the department's guidance wrongly classifies several groups of legal as ineligible for food stamp, including lawful permanent residents who were admitted as refugees or granted asylum. There has to be more to this story, because those who came here legally, they are allowed to collect. But the problem here, if they are capable of working, get to work. Get to work. You don't get no free time, pleasure and stuff like that. Are you young? Are you in your 20s? Are you capable? Get to work. Get to work. You come to the Sleeping Giant to work and to succeed and chase that American dream, not to just lay back and just swipe the card and get all these junk food and obesity stuff. It just, you come to the Sleeping Giant to work, to grow with the Sleeping Giant, not to take advantage. And I can understand there's people out there that truly need it, but there's a lot of people out there that take advantage, and it's just not right. Attorney General said they asked the USDA last week to revise or withdraw the guidance, but the agency did not respond. In the meantime, they said state administrators were left scrambling to interpret instruction they believe are illegal and that could strip food aid from thousands of eligible households. The states also argued that the USDA failed to give them adequate time to adjust their systems. Under federal rules, states typically receive 120 days to implement new eligibility requirement without facing significant financial penalties. But according to the lawsuit, the USDA gave states only 1 day to comply, leaving agency unable to update computer system, notifying recipients, or evaluate the consequences of the changes. Excuse me. When a new policy was announced in July, Rollins said she was issuing that illegal will not receive benefits. despite instances of this being extremely rare, as most non-permanent residents are not eligible for SNAP benefit. That's baloney. They say it's extremely rare. Man, if you go to New Jersey, oh my goodness, there's many of them who are receiving it. It's rare. It's not rare. It's not rare. It's not, and me being Hispanic, trust me, it's not rare. It is not rare. Many of them are collecting. Many of them are collecting. They find a way to get those benefits. They find a way, a loophole or something. So again, they do find a way. It's all baloney stuff. She argued that the tightening restriction was a way to the USDA was implementing the donor ending taxpayer subsidization of open sudden executive order. Now, state officials warn that the new penalty for providing benefits to groups the USDA now considers ineligible are so steep that states could be forced to halt their SNAP programs entirely if they fail to comply. That warning, they argue, underscores the urgencies of blocking the guidance until a court can review it. It's like Elon when he was, with Doge. What did Elon found in that Social Security? How many people were collecting that should not be collecting? Elon found a whole bunch. I mean, there were someone that is older than the U.S. Constitution, 350 years old, collecting Social Security. Who in the world is 350 years old? Please. I want to meet that person. And collecting Social Security. There were around 3 million people from the age of 120 to 175 years old collecting Social Security. Who are these people? I mean, they gotta look like trees. I mean, if they're that old. So just imagine SNAP. How many are on there too that should not be? It's all the loophole stuff that's going on. It's lawlessness stuff. And now you got the blue. They crying like babies. Oh, you're taking away. So you want someone 350 years old collecting Social Security? There's no way someone that old is still collecting Social Security. Man. And this country is not even 350 years old. In addition to Oregon, the lawsuit was joined by California, another blue, Colorado, Connecticut, another blue, Delaware, another blue, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Nevada, multiple blues, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, Washington, Wisconsin, and you guys already know D.C. Man. So what people are saying, New York Attorney General, man, this woman here, she's really lawlessness. She's really lawlessness. James, in a press release on Wednesday, said the federal gov's shameful quest to take food away from young ones and families continues. USDA has no authority to... Woman, here's the thing. You're not even taking care of the Big Apple. All right? Citizens out there are getting hit. Subways is out of control. You guys are not doing great when it comes to these lawlessness crime going on. So once again, USDA has no authority to arbitrarily cut entire group of people out of their program. And no one should go hungry. Yeah, tell that to the veterans. Maybe you've seen them passing by 7-Eleven, or a lot of them slipping on bench holding sign, feed me. But this is all political stuff, and this is what, it's just really messed up. It is. My office will always fight to protect the sleeping giant citizen SNAP benefits, and I will do everything in my power to shield New Yorkers from this unlawful policy. Yeah, start with the veterans first, woman. Start with the veterans. They should not be getting no $10 a month. Matthew Dickerson, Director of Budget Policy at the Economic Policy Innovation Center, told Newsweek in October, I think many, I like the word when they say I think, they're not sure. I think many sleeping giants are shocked to learn that the federal gov is spending so much of their hard-earned tax dollar on welfare for that's the key word, Get them off. Get them off the system. They should not be collecting. Now, a lot of people is going to be like, that's not Christ-like, Lewis. Here's the thing, guys. What's not Christ-like is people breaking laws. All right? Scripture tells us that we must go by laws. All right? So we break laws and become lawlessness. Should we do that? Should we break the 10 Commandment laws? Should we do that too? We should break laws altogether. It doesn't work like that. There's a system. There's a reason why the nation has laws, and the Bible says that we must go by following laws. You cannot just come in and then change everything around. It doesn't work like that. If that's the case, we will not have an empire. Everything will collapse. So what's next? The lawsuits asked federal district judge, a Biden appointee, to vacate and block the USDA guidance. So what are your thoughts on this one here, guys? Leave comments down below. But have you guys noticed? The only one that is whining and complaining are the blue. The blue, once again. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Check out the videos I posted today. The links will be in the comments box. I will keep it updated with all this lawlessness stuff that is being exposed, but this has been going on for decades, and many were taking advantage. There's loopholes in this stuff, and Donald's cleaning up the whole thing. The blue is not liking it. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.